Hi everyone, Olusina here. Welcome back to the channel, and it's time to talk about Pioneer's album by DRB Lasgidi, a group I like to refer to as the alternative triplet made up of BOJ, Fresh Air and TZ. An album released on the 1st of May 2020 has 12 tracks and a total runtime of 35 minutes. There are quite a number of features on this project, from Lady Donley, Pretty Boy Dio, Santi, TEMS, Wani, Odunsi, Olamide, and a host of others. And about 6 producers also worked on different tracks on this album. Fuse, Mr. Producer, GMK, Ade, Genio, Beat Demons, and Igo. And this is indicative of the type of sound you get on this album. An album I like to refer to as a sound salad. You get a wide range of sounds from alternative to contemporary Afropop, Afrobeat, some Afrofusion, hip-hop and even trap. So this is a sharp contrast from their last project, DRB 10 project in 2018, which had songs like Mrs. Officer, Tony and Swagger Migbono. That was more of an hip-hop trap project, but this is a wider range of sounds, a more diverse, more versatile project. So let's talk about this artwork, which I think is a nice work of art, a nice painting. But me, I don't understand. And please, if you understand this artwork and you know the message is meant to pass and everything, please make sure you leave in the comments. Help a lost brother. It looks like some people coming from a journey. You have children, you have you have ladies, you have guys there, and I think this is in keeping with the theme of the album and of DRB as a group as well. They pride themselves as a group of people who came in to defy the norm. The artwork also reflected a journey. It reflected travelers. It reflected people coming into a place. You can see the green, white, green representing the Nigerian map just at the lower right corner of the artwork as well. I think it's about importing sound, importing themselves, coming into the Nigerian music space. I had high hopes and a lot of expectations for this project, considering what BOJ had done on hooks. BOJ is someone you can refer to as a hook master, hook taker, hooker, hook singer, whatever adjective you want to use to qualify BOJ. He's been quite good on hooks and even his own project. And you know, wanted to see what Fresh Air and TZ, especially Fresh Air, was going to do on this project. Was he going to raise the bar he had set, which wasn't very high in the past anyway? Except Firewood with Davido, I've not really listened to any Fresh Air song that's really impressed me. So I wanted to see what he was going to do on this project, and that was why I had a lot of high hopes. And it's safe to say that my hopes were dashed. Yeah, you can say the first 2 to 3 tracks were quite good. Some of the best songs are on the first 2 to 3 tracks. Softly in track 1, and Mark Pariwo featuring Lady Donley, which was more of, you know, an expression of sexual ecstasy, and now a lady should be quiet about that so you don't disturb the neighbors. After that, the album just declined that way. It picks up again in track 6 with Trouble featuring TEMS, and track 7 as well, I Swear, which I think was a standout track on that album. Apart from those 5 to 6 tracks, every other thing on the album was slow. Fresh Air, who I wanted to see what it was going to do, didn't really impress me. It was just average, not the below average, but it didn't quite impress me at any point in the album.
Looking for something you can't find. How long do you think it could last? Get at me, baby. Come at me, baby. You try to hide, but you can't. Sure, you don't see this type of life.
So it felt at some point like you kept hearing the same thing over and over again, except in the tracks where they featured people. Track 2 where they featured Lady Donley, I Swear in track 7 where they featured Wani. Every other track where they didn't feature people was just the same thing over and over again. It wasn't inspiring, it wasn't motivating, it wasn't impressive. You couldn't even vibe to it, except track 1, which I think is still one of the best as well. Every other thing just felt similar, felt repetitive, felt boring, and if you are not careful, you can sleep off at some point listening to this album, especially track 4 and 5. They should have removed those 2 tracks from this album. They were quite unnecessary. They didn't do anything on this album Santi I expected with his Mandy and the Jungle project from last year. I expected they were going to utilize Santi better on this track, but it turned out to be a very bad track as well. Yeah, you could argue that these are good individual songs. These are good songs that if they were released individually as tracks, they would have done well. As I've always said, it's not, you are not releasing individual tracks and putting them all together in a playlist. You are trying to find a cohesion, a progression, a flow, and that brings me to the mastering of this album. The intra-album transition of the tracks were so poor that you feel like at some point like Kilele by what it is I'm listening to, and it then goes to wow, this is nice. So you feel like they didn't master this album well, especially transitions between track 5 Set It Off, which was my worst track on the album, to track 6. You feel like you're going from that kind of very, and if there's very raised to infinity laid back sound in Set It Off, to Trouble in track 6 featuring Teams, and you just feel that there's kind of a disconnect, a discontinuity in that transition. They did it in track 1 to 2 as well. Individually those songs are nice, but I didn't really feel that cohesion. I didn't feel that movement moving from track 1 to 2. Track 1 started on a very soft note, and the title is apt, softly. Moving to track 2, there were a lot of unnecessary keys, unnecessary piano in the beginning. I feel they should have removed that and move into the second track like that. But the song was nice, not to take nothing away from that song and from Lady Donley's feature on that song as well. But I felt the progression was not there and the continuity was not there, and which is something that characterized this whole album. It lacks continuity, it lacks flow, it lacks a proper progression, and that's evident of a poor mastering of an album or a project.
Shining like a star that's on my worst day. Oh, niggas know they falling up. Who run the city, boy, that be, I swear.
My favorite track on this album is track 7 featuring Wani, I swear. That track was a standard track on that album. I needed something like that at that point in the album, because if it had not come, I would have reconsidered the fact that I wanted to listen to this album for that, because it was a low point in the album, going from Kasala in track 3 to Salty and Set It Off. It just went down like that, but TEMS picked it up, and when he raised the bar on that track 7, I swear. Another favorite is track 1. I think the album started on a very good note. That's a positive for this album. Track 6 was almost there. TEMS was mad on the hook, but the second verse ruined it for me. And my worst track on this EP, without any doubt, if I'm waking up from a deep sleep, if I'm in coma, and you ask me what is my worst track on this album, it is going to be track 5, Set It Off. I just can't find any rhythm to that track. I can't find any flow, and you can sleep off if you don't take care on that track as well. Alright, so on the final note, this is an album where my high hopes were not met. It is just an average album, a 12-track album where you cannot make out 7, 8, or even 10 tracks that are top notch. I think for me it's just about 5 or 6 tracks. Track 1, Softly, Mampire on track 2, track 6 featuring TEMS, Trouble, track 7, I Swear featuring Wani, Necessary featuring Olusina the Engine, and that's it. 5 or 6 tracks. I think the features were the high points. So all of this give the album an average rating of my album meter. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's my review of the DRB Lasgidi Pioneers album, released on the 1st of May 2020. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and make sure to check out my other videos if you are new here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on notifications. Till I see you in the next video, this is your boy Olusina signing out. Thanks for watching. Love.